Okay, that's good. Kazuya versus Cloud. Are we ready to see some Gates of Hell?
Trying to see how the Stars game ended.
That's so maybe May's not ready to see some Gates of Hell.
3, 2, 1, go!
But yeah, we are in it. Yep, already 2 shield grabs, 3 shield grabs coming out. We are. Yep, we are getting going.
I mean, this is what I said. Failbot and May were fighting for the honor of who gets to get back there.
Yeah, it's more like who gets to get cross slash. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but maybe it is who likes to get back there. I just saw Thor do like 5 of them in a row.
Yep.
There it is. Oh. There it goes, baby. All right, so Gates of Hell counter 1 in this set.
That killed? I can't believe that
killed.
That
was terrible, yeah.
Wow. Outspacing the dash tag just barely.
Yeah, I mean, finds a cross slash into...
again, another good defensive use of that border.
There's
and another
the Gates of Hell. That's probably it. Yep. All right, Gates of Hell counter 2.
This is so real.
Kill. Yeah.
It's so real. I don't know.
May looking at the commentary booth, asking for coaching. We can't say anything.
I don't know.
I wish I knew. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew what to do about cross slash too. I feel like I'd be a lot wealthier if I knew what to do about cross slash. I don't know why, but I feel like I'd have a lot more money.
Right? This is. Uh-oh.
Are you dead?
I thought we were gonna see something very
something
weird.
Sinister could have occurred there. Yeah. Is it no Evan or no esports in that type of scenario? How did you live that, by the way? I'm a little impressed, Thor. Oh, okay, sure. That makes sense.
In a lead to start off this grand finals. With lots of back airs. I mean, like, seriously. It's very similar to fighting Steve, right? This is, you need to play the east-west smash in order to fight these kinds of characters. And Cloud is one of the very best in the game at doing that.
Yes, we see the back air, see forward air, cross slash dash attack even. Like, those are all really, and Nair too. Those are all really, really good buttons at playing that horizontal style of game.
Hello?
Okay. That just happened. That's game 1 to Super Big Mario fan.
I can't. I'm sorry. You're just that good.
Kazuya.
And I mean, that I was literally saying on commentary earlier how hard you make it to edgeguard you. Here we go, though. It's a 1-0 count, but Knight's far from over.
Yes.
Either way, like at this point, Knight's far from over.
And keep in mind, like, we are still, like, Gates of Hell counter is only at 2, and May took game 1, you know, so this is particularly dangerous, I feel like, for Thor. If you're not putting yourself in scenarios to get Gates of Hell and you're still losing,
nice little combo.
Like, you're in danger. I feel like Thor might have a lot of pressure that he's putting on himself, though, because, you know, he hasn't won one of these before. So he might be thinking in his head, like, oh, I got to win, like, set 1 so that I can win an advantage day, you know. It would feel really nice to have my name up there with all those other winners.
He looks really good right now, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And at 91, Cloud, unless you get spiked, Cloud's not killing you for another, like, 30%.
Yeah.
Which is only 2 hits, so...
Yeah, but you're relative at like 90. You're relatively safe. Okay, that's 3.
Yo!
Why you don't tech in there? You don't tech in there. Teching in versus. I was told not to tech in versus Gates of Hell by another Kazuya player, and I feel like that is probably correct. Because think about it, right? You tech in, you get hit by electric, and you just took 30, and then the electric, and then you die. You know.
Yep.
Ooh, I do like the run off forward air there.
I like Thor up bead the other way so that the hitbox would be out and kind of cover him.
Okay.
Even stocks, but definitely not percent.
Yeah. This is the type of scenario where if you're Thor, what are you looking for, right? Like,
forward air cross slash 60 times.
But even then, it's like, I feel like the way that Thor plays in this type of matchup is very dependent on building a lead. And if he can't do that, it's like tough for him to really finish off games and make comebacks, right? I feel like that's something that I've kind of noticed throughout these 2 games is, that's 4 by the way, is the biggest, huge, is like, if Mei gets like a stock lead, it gets kind of tough for Thor to effectively come back, right?
Yeah.
Because we see him making limit plays like that into the shield, which are like, yeah, shield poke, but honestly, that felt like kind of desperation to me, you know? Like, you need something to send Mei off stage. And have any chance at maybe clutching the game.
Good DI mix-up from Thor. And gets the parry, but probably thought that Mei was going to end up elsewhere.
Yeah, I think what he was thinking there is that the side B would fully complete and send all the way over there. But I guess when you parry side B, it just stops. This is what we learned there, so that's cool. Oh, it's one of those? Okay, got it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah,
guys, we're learning a lot.
Some knowledge coming out from Mei there. So
my brain actually just kind of a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think your head does look a little bigger actually after seeing that. So
let's go.
Into game 3, we could go to a reset right now. I feel like if you're Thor, you gotta dig really deep in order to have.
Strong enough. I could see this reset definitely going down.
Yeah. I feel like if you're Thor, at some point you have to Microsoft Word.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's write a paper.
No, we like this. I really don't want to write a paper actually ever again if I can avoid it. So I think I'm good on that. But I feel like if you're Thor here, you have to. There are some things going through your head. The first thing you're thinking is, how much do I want to try to win in set 1, right?
Yeah.
I have 2 sets to play with. I'm down 2-0 in set 1, and then neither of the games look very good for me, if we're being honest, right? At what point do you just say, screw it, I will lose, I will, like, not try, like, my absolute hardest game 3 of set 1. I will just try to get as much data as I can and try to formulate a game plan for set 2 while I'm playing?
I can understand the thought process there, but I also do just think I believe in just playing to win every game all the time.
Yeah, I understand that too. And it really comes down to your mentality, right? I feel like Thor is also the type of person who plays to win every game. So I feel like he's going to be somebody who tries to win he's going to try to win game 5.
One of the guys who very rarely ever thinks he's out of it.
Yes, he's going to be somebody who is trying to win in set 1 if there was anyone in the state. But it's worth noting that that's something that does go through people's heads, right? Like, in those types of scenarios, you have to consider, like, do you want to spend the energy trying to reverse 3-0? Because think about it, if you win game 3 and game 4 and you lose game 5, how much fortitude does it take to come back from that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a lot. I feel like at that point, most people would just break at that point. Like, I feel like if I win game 2 or win game 3 and game 4 and lose the reverse 3-0, I would probably just be like, yeah, like I'd be waving the white flag in that scenario, I feel like.
And this is probably the stop.
Right here, yeah. And it's looking, Thor did have like a pretty big lead here. This is dangerous, especially with Rage Drive online.
Yeah, but
if any playstyle is going to be good at dealing with Rage Drive, it's going to be Thor though, right? I feel like.
And with no percent built on Thor, too. That's the thing. It's not 120 to 40 or 50. It's 120 to 0.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, he did just find limit, too, and Mei did fall into the cross slash, so we are going to be seeing a ledge trap interaction here. Thor actually choosing to play it passive, run away and charge limit. Okay. That's entirely fair. I feel like in this type of scenario, your win con is probably like a limit up B or limit cross slash, right? Or an up smash, something like that. Or just the back air.
That?
Right? Just the back air.
Dash DI.
Yep. Mei is someone who is known for maybe not DIing that dash attack the greatest, but right there we saw.
Okay. But still up 2-1.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, like, you have to think like, okay, I'm up 2-1. Like, I'm in a fine spot to just close out the next game. I feel like the hard thing though is giving somebody 1, you know?
Yep.
Especially somebody like Thor, I feel like. Giving Thor 1 game is honestly, it's not so much for Thor as it is for you, right? Because you want to I feel like versus Thor, if you don't close it out in 3 games, you're like, oh man, I have to deal with this back air wall for another game. It's like, do I have that in me, you know?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah. It's the type of thing where I feel like having to win 2 sets against Thor is incredibly daunting, but having to win 2 sets where they go the distance, you know, or go game 4 even is like even worse. For
so far, Maya looking so far like the first 2 games.
It's solid so far. There hasn't really been like anything super major so far. We're looking for like if you're Maya here, you're looking for what? Like you're looking for an electric, of course. But besides that, maybe like you could see like an up smash, you know, Gates of Hell, just like a random grab probably works as well.
Up B on a shield will kill with like 20 more %.
Yeah, up B too. I think even with the rage on Hollow is really small. Up B may just work.
But nice evasion on that.
Yeah, that's the type of thing where you don't avoid that unless you've played against Cloud so much and you've gotten hit by that Blade Beam so much that you've had to come up with something like that, you know? Ooh. The upper was actually a very good call-out choice there. It just didn't quite connect.
Thor and comfortable so far.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was just talking about, where...
Nice patience on the recovery, too.
Yeah.
Oh, the armor.
Ooh, that's going to take it.
Still
really?
not taking it. Thor,
wow.
Thor actually is just one of the best players at DI.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of the players that's most consistent at like being in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I had to pick one person to be like fully in the game in this state, I would pick Thor.
Yeah.
You know? Second is probably like one of the twins, but I think Thor is probably the most consistently like has probably the most consistent like in-game mentality of anybody that I've seen, right?
It's good, yes.
Yeah. Out of game, he has his moments on occasion, but I feel like in game, like he does not stray from what he's doing right now, and it shows in like.
That's not kill, I don't think.
No. But I do feel like if I had to pick one person to complete this reverse 3-0 in Minnesota, I would probably pick Thor. You know?
Yeah. See what you mean. And now the blue stuff is on deck. Actually, just realized that both these characters, they glow blue and they glow red.
It's true.
And they're player 1 and player 2, so they're the correct colors for that.
That's really nice, man. That's really wholesome.
And now it's even.
Yep.
Mei is in a position to get this reset going. Yeah, these grabs are exactly what Mei needs.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, damage. This could be it. We could be seeing the reset.
Whoa. Limit Cross Slash was actually a good call there.
This should be it.
Not quite.
And good DI again! Thor, with the DI that just does not quit.
And Thor could send it game 5 right. This is the type of scenario where Thor is definitely not out of it. You do have to deal with the red now, though.
The red stuff.
Oh, he spot dodged it. I was super impressed he was able to get a spot dodge out.
Oh!
What? In game 4, at 160%, Thor finds the up B spike to send it to game 5.
To do that?
Wow.
In a game scenario like that, to do that is very,
in a scenario where there were really no win cons, he found a win con. Like, right, I guess he had a few right here, actually. Never mind. I shouldn't say that. But, that was probably the most potent of all of them, right? Like, there's no way you're finding a back air there. So your options there, I feel like, are you let Kazuya recover and try to down air, like 2-frame, or you go for that up B.
Yep. And
Thor recognizing that it's all on the line here.
It was also the recognition that Kazuya had no choice but to go straight up. So,
yep.
You what? True. But how would you... But you can't... Yeah, you can't know that in the moment, though.
And we're into game 5, right
game 5,
back
yep.
on Hollow Bastion. Maybe we'll see some So I feel like either way, we're gonna see some Disney magic here with whoever wins this game. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See Caleb type beat.
Yeah, I love that tweet so much, dude.
Really,
it's so
really
funny. But we are. This is exactly how like the last 2 games have started out, where it's been very even. Neither player's found a huge opening to start.
It feels that way for sure.
And we've kind of
More
just
the same.
found like a ledge interaction with both players at like 90-ish, you know? Like, ooh. I actually like that mix-up from Thor, throwing out the Blade Beam to cover himself there. Just a normal Blade Beam. Okay.
Little nairs. Not going to do much though, but they are just going to force May to be off stage or at ledge, which is a scenario where Cloud wants him to be. Oh yeah, and I mean like it's what I was talking about earlier. You think that you can time that when Kazuya is vulnerable, but it is very hard to.
And that's the thing too is, Rage Drive is also a read on you just spot dodging at roll distance too, right?
Yep.
Is the other thing, and that's not spot dodging, short hopping is what I meant to say.
Because it
And
grabs you out of the air.
that is something that Cloud Strife, you know, he's been known to do a little bit.
And with no rage, these Cloud normals won't be killing for a little while longer. Now I think a lot of stuff definitely will be doing.
Yep, the Blade Beam mix there, not quite able to land the back air, just a little bit off on that spacing.
Still not killing.
Yeah, this back air is getting kind of stale too, is the other thing.
May's been doing a good job at making it so if they get hit, it's not unless they're like on the other side of the stage.
So we're able to find limit into a big percentage. 58.
Side B forward air, side B, just so much damage done.
Yeah, the limit cross slash shield poking, and then the forward air on the neutral tech is some like very insane chip that like. I mean, obviously you're fighting Kazuya. Kazuya can make that back in an instant, but like that stuff sticks, you know.
Okay, here we go. This is the reset. This is the point of the reset. Here we go.
This right here. Yep. Oh, the down
Cheeky
smash.
down smash. I like that a lot. Haven't seen that move yet.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh.
This. Ooh. Yep, not quite gonna hit the ledge there. Yep, and I feel like this is just kind of a scenario that we saw last stock, where Thor is just looking for a back air. Basically, he's content to just chill until back air is gonna kill, right? He's gonna stay at his range.
But May's just making it hard. Because when May does get hit by the back air, May is in center stage or on the other side. And here we go. This is potential for Thor to close out the tournament here, but May doesn't need that much more work to close out this set and put us into the second one.
Yeah, we did see limit there. Shout outs to Jake. Few people
know
about Jake.
Seriously.
This is
Haven't seen that conversion to back air to cross slash.
Oh, up
in the air, I mean.
The up tilt. That's Thor has mostly been opting for like up airs in those types of scenarios.
It's red stuff.
And the blue stuff to counteract it. We'll see. And that's the reset, ladies and gentlemen. That right there.
Kazuya Mishima wins.
And now we're on that reset.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one more for you.
Yup. One more best of 5 to determine tonight's victor. Super big Mario fan, super big Kazuya fan, you know how it is, versus Palu McCartney. Can Minnesota just have normal tags for once? No?
Never.
Yeah, Thor's a good tag, bro. Thor's a great tag. Thor is he was trying to tell me he does not think Thor is like a normal tag. I think it's a good tag.
Yeah. Especially when you know that it's short for his name.
Yeah, it's so much cooler when you realize that Thor is just like his name, you know?
Very raw.
Oh, yep,
you're dead.
Yep. Oh, you actually lived?
The good DI,
shocked.
man.
Wow.
Every time I think Thor is dead, he's like, I'm going to the corner. I'm going to be just fine.
Ooh, upbeat. I feel like they're I don't know. I feel like May was kind of looking for a forward air at first, but was able to transition into something like an up after Thor didn't give them like the drift that they wanted. Ooh. weird to confirm, but, you know, we'll take 76.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah. It was, like, really scuffed, but, you know, it works out. Okay, that's not quite going to do it. If you find, like, an aerial off the offstage interaction here, like the down air, that will find the kill. Down tilt, I'm kind of shocked, like, we didn't see a punish on the down tilt there, but I feel like that's the type of thing, it's kind of hard to be ready for that at the moment. We did see the second one, though. May was ready for the second forward air into down tilt attempt.
That clipped?
Finishing
wow.
And it killed. I guess that, oh, he's at like 70, or maybe it was at like 70, that makes sense. All right, so Thor, that might be the play that Thor needs to find game one of this reset here. I feel like that's going to be it, if any of them.
Earliest stock he's taken that wasn't a spike.
That's 5? We haven't seen one since like game 2.
Still gets the edge guard. Brilliant use of that down air, the active falling hitbox.
Yep, and there's game 1.
Game 1 of this reset.
Yep, the finishing touch was exactly the play that Thor needed to really swing the momentum in his favor. And we're going to move on to game 2 here. We've seen the last few games on Hollow Bastion. I wonder if we'll just go right back. I'd imagine Thor's probably banning FD. He probably isn't banning Kalos, knowing him, right?
Yeah.
Smashville Small Battlefield FD is what he just said. Okay. So I think that makes sense. It makes sense. I feel like Thor as a player really likes Kalos, so he's not going to ban Kalos. You ban after you just Kazuya, and then the other two are just small stages you don't want to play on.
3, 2, 1, go!
I see. So he's chill with Kalos, it appears, from what he just told me. So
that frame 1 hurtbox shift. Frame 1, by the way.
Yep.
When you hit Cloud and he up airs at a hit stun, changes the hurtbox on frame 1. If you didn't know it before, you know it now, and I'm sorry. I'm sure ignorance was more fun.
Ignorance was indeed bliss in that scenario, so I really don't appreciate you even telling me that. I can only imagine how mad Twitch chat just got.
Right?
Ooh, the tomahawk grab.
Cloud, one of the characters that, similar to Fox, forces you to shield a ton.
Yes.
Which means that when they start mixing the grabs in there, it feels tough. Oh, get a grab called out like that, though.
Yeah, and I feel like Thor is one of the players that's really good at just like abusing that on a basic level.
Yep.
Like the types of ways that he's choosing to pressure are very like he keeps shield in mind, and even when he's not going for like the tomahawk grabs, that was really scary. But thankfully, Thor limit came online right at that moment, and there's the gates of hell, ladies and gentlemen. You made it back.
Making it back, Cloud recovery. Better than all of you think it is.
I think that might be the case, honestly. I'm ready to admit it. I think Cloud's recovery is like, I think he's the best recoverer in the game. Side B, interesting. Probably in this input, right?
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
Probably.
But either way, after game 1 of the reset went heavily in Thor's favor, game 2, like, despite getting stuffed out there, like, that's kind of just like Cloud rinse and repeating there. This May is
and it's only getting bigger.
Yes. Oh, got clipped.
Oh. And that scramble situation, that Kazuya up B, really coming in clutch to have an up B at a shield that kills.
Yeah, it's a very
not many of those in the game.
Especially one that kills like at the level that Kazuya does, you know?
Yeah.
Like you think a lot of the uppies out of shield that can't kill, like they don't kill till like 170. Like I'm thinking of like Toon Link here, right?
Yep.
But
and I saw that Thor did the back throw and then tried to read a tech roll in with up air. I know that Yeah, not killing. Didn't get all of it. That Thor was looking for up air finishing touch after that grab.
Certainly.
Pretty rare confirm you don't see very often, but when it hits, it is a
it is that's a Cloud player's like what right there is. They get the landing
like
up
that.
air and they're like, oh baby. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Okay.
Another up B at a shield.
Yep.
Here we go.
We are getting into game 3 here. 1-1 in the reset. So what we might be looking at right now, I feel like a game 10 may be in our future.
Could be.
The way that this set is going so far,
Be.
it's very possible.
Buckle up. Send the stream link to your parents.
Yeah, so
Send the stream link to your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, your grandpa, brothers and sisters.
send the stream link to Halla.
Send it to Halla for sure.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. He needs it again.
Same characters, still. Feel that. Battlefield this time.
Halla's trying to fact check me on Cloud's recovery in chat. I'll have you know, Matt, I know more than you about this game. So that's all you gotta know about that. I think that double fair, 30% off the double fair is impressive.
Oh, good thing you didn't buffer an air dodge
That
or
is
something.
such a scary position to be in when something spikes like that randomly and it's just like,
You want to land and shield, but then you air dodge and now you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's a Smash Ultimate win if there ever was one, but Thor, first of all, he had limits, so he was able to avoid that, even with the air dodge, I think, but maybe not. I don't know.
Call out. Waiting on that down B. Gotta be careful.
Yep.
That was a good call out too.
Yeah,
Right
don't call
there.
out there. And Thor looking like, I mean, game 3 is starting off in his favor, and he's really been good at DIing these electric uppies.
Yeah. And good DI again. You gotta earn those stocks against Thor. He's gonna DI everything you do.
I feel
correctly.
like it's kind of been the same way with May, though, right? We've seen so many stocks where May has lived to 160, 170. Just
both players are living until like 130, 140. Most stocks, it feels like.
Yeah, it's been a grind fest so far. We haven't really seen many of the explosive kills that these characters are known for.
Defensive neutral be there. Oh! Whenever I see people miss a tech on a platform against Cloud, they have limit. I think, they're gonna try to limit, or they're gonna try to finishing touch this somehow.
Okay, so this type of scenario, yep, I do like the full hop there to deal with the rage drive. I feel like that's something, when I play against Kazuya in this type of scenario, I switch all my short hops to full hops basically so that I don't get rage drive for just short hopping.
Because like we said, it hits you if you're in the air, it still grabs you.
Yes, you will get grabbed. So you just need to not be in the general area.
Still not doing it.
Ooh, the snipe.
Punish that air dodge.
And I feel like in like longer, grindier games like this, I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like I tend to favor Thor. I mean,
yeah, I favor Cloud for sure.
Yeah,
it's that mental fatigue that comes in when you fight this character so much.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, if you're May and you haven't been landing your like super explosive kills, you haven't been killing with Gates of Hell or anything like that, it's just kind of like, it kind of feels like, at what point do I have the patience, you know, to keep doing this?
Uh-oh.
This could be a big kill here though, not quite.
Still lots of damage though.
Whole lot, yeah. Even if the up smash just barely missed, you did get 67% on a Thor from that combination.
Red stuff.
Yeah, Thor does love his blade beam, as we've learned throughout this grand finals.
One thing that Thor does a lot in neutral, not just against Kazuya, but against a lot of characters in this game, is landing with back air and then jumping with nair right after to punish your jump out of shield. And now, Thor is up 2-1.
Yeah, this is...
But the swings that this grand finals have been in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And
it's like one player's
it feels
winning.
like pretty
then
much
the other.
every game has been decently close.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
there've
a
been
really
couple
it's a
two-stocks, but
it's a grindy grand finals. That's just
yeah.
can't really tell which way it's gonna be.
It's not like a typical. I feel like it's not like a typical Cloud versus Kazuya where you're seeing Cloud like, oh, I killed Kazuya off stage at 40, but Kazuya killed me back at 40. You know, this has been a really big, like, it's been a neutral fest basically, right? It's been who gets more off their neutral wins, who gets more off their ledge trapping. It's like very like base level. It's like Smash Bros at its core. I feel like here we haven't seen many really stupid confirms. It's just been like people. It's just been like you get your opponent to 100 and then you look for a kill, right? Except for maybe right here. Okay, play that limit. Never mind.
But the limit was out there.
Yeah.
Just in time for Thor too.
He's had a couple scenarios like that where he's gotten gates of held and he's had the limit to counteract it. Thankfully, but.
And Thor's advantage with Cloud, very good, even when he's not doing the combos and the cross slash and all that. It's stuff like that right there where rising with the up air, landing with the neutral air, because neutral air actually starts really soon.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of I feel like it's not like the flashiest advantage state, but it's very strong, right? Like
It's suffocating.
Yeah, it's the type of thing
Yeah.
where you are in disadvantage state for like a while. Instead of taking like one combo, it's kind of more like, it feels more like death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing, you know? But in this case, it's like Thor hits you with 15 back airs and all of a sudden you're at 150 in that ledge, you know?
And May was down by quite a bit about 30 seconds ago, but
That's
hey,
true.
Hey! This is what May needs.
Exactly, yeah. This
More
is,
of this. Oh my gosh.
oh,
Down
big
smash,
damage
down
there.
smash, electric up smash.
And that's been one of those confirms that we've been missing so far,
yeah,
right?
haven't seen.
Yeah. And that's something that really swung game 4 into May's favor. And it's looking, at this point, maybe like my prediction of a game 10 may come true, Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, the pair
More of
grab.
exactly what May needs here, just to extend this percent lead and the stock lead.
Yeah, this is getting pretty dangerous if you're Thor. You kind of have to start thinking like, okay, the kill has to come now, you know?
Yeah, and especially, this is just dangerous because, and that'll do it. All right, we are going to a game 10, everybody.
Yeah. So, what I'm looking for,
wins.
what I am looking for in game 10 here is, for May,
The tricks that haven't been used yet.
yes, but first of all, I think it's gonna come down to who gets the lead first. I feel like, from Thor's end, I feel like Thor has. I feel like when Thor loses the lead, it kind of snowballs, as we've seen so far. But I feel like when Thor keeps the lead, it's also kind of snowballed in the opposite direction, right? And I feel like,
Kazuya.
the other thing too, though, is I feel like it's much more important for Thor to build a big lead than it is for May, right? Because I feel like May has the capacity, like, or Kazuya has the capacity more so to come back from these types of deficits, right? Like, especially the way Thor plays Cloud, like, he's going to have a tough time coming back from being down like a stock, right?
I am expecting to see tricks that we haven't seen all set.
I think that may be the case. I'm expecting to see, like, I don't know, Cloud F smash or something.
Yeah, some kind of read that maybe one of the players have been holding on to this whole time.
Yeah, imagine like if you've got a read you've been holding since like even like last game or even like set 1, like now's the time to use it. We're into our last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And speaking of which, that is our first stock.
And that's
and
the string that May needs.
as I was just talking about, that means the lead goes to May at first. And this is the type of thing where if you're Thor, like, you gotta find a play, right? Or your options are you have to find a play, or you have to like make it so you don't bleed out too much. With the rage drive online, like you gotta be scared.
Yeah. And literally any trade, any hit that May gets at this point is just advantageous.
Yes. It's
Especially
all,
when that rage strike bonus.
yeah, it is all gravy right now. If you're
Making the up air do like 15%.
Any damage you get is just closer to finding a kill on the next dog. And it's worth noting, I believe these two sets in winners of today was it was game 5 as well. So that would mean this is actually game 15 between these two today.
God, I can't imagine how stressful.
Yeah.
How exhausting.
Especially like these are long games, right? Like these are not short games.
Very grindy games, drawn out.
Yeah, these are games that are taking like a while. These are not like the 2-minute long ultimate games that we're used to these days.
That up B is putting Mei on the point here.
Yeah, this is, as I've said before, Thor does need to find some kind of limit play here. I mean, we saw him try to go for one with the limit cross slash off stage on the first stock, but it was
really
just a little bit early. We're going to need to see something similar on this stock.
This could be it.
And he tried to...
And that's it. That's the end.
He tried to save the limit to keep it for a play, but it led to him just getting forward tilted.
And Mei does grind it out from loser's side and wins advantage stage.
Wow.
Number 70.